Images from Calcutta, a city of many facets, once the jewel in the crown of the British Raj, today a sprawling metropolis exuding culture and a unique heritage. And also a profile of the Ganesh festival in Pune in honor of the elephant-headed god from the Hindu religious pantheon, capturing the rituals, the frenzy and the festivities. And finally, a brief report on the Mango Festival, which celebrates the king of all fruits in India. But first, a travel update.
Ashok Travels and Tours, a part of the India Tourism Development Corporation, now offers helicopter services for short hops to Shimla, Mussoorie, Nainital, Agra, Jaipur, Chandigarh and Corbett National Park against confirmed bookings.
Air India, after inaugurating a flight to South Africa in October, has now introduced 2 flights per week to Jakarta from Bombay. It has also increased its flight frequencies to Geneva and Toronto. It's a land out of Indian mythology and Portuguese adventure tales, where the conquistadors came for silks and spices, but stayed for serenity and sun. A land of beaches, sand, and a mighty ocean that reigns over all.
Set between the Arabian Sea and the Western Ghats along the Golden Konkan coast, Goa is for many paradise on earth. Goa's 100-kilometer coastline is studded with some of the world's most beautiful beaches. The golden sands and the secluded but serene grounds are ideal for holiday seekers and sun worshippers. For the more adventurous, there is the exhilaration of water scooter rides over the waves and riding the rollers on the open coastline. Then the thrill of windsurfing, skimming the surf with only the breeze and water as companions.
Back on the shore, you can watch the fishermen taking in the day's catch. For here in Goa, like all coastline habitats, fishing is a common livelihood, and the fisherfolk are the original domiciles of the land.
But sections of Goa breeds the Baroque culture of 16th century Portugal, speaking the language and architectural idiom of the settlers who came and conquered the territory many years ago, whose heritage still exists in the cathedrals and monuments. The remarkable body of Goa's patron saint, St. Francis Xavier, still perfectly preserved almost 450 years later in the Basilica of Bom Jesus.
Sosmotaya goru, kazar zaouya mutlar montaya kite koru, sangata.
Quintessential Goa is of festivals and carnivals, and the 3 exuberant days in March capture the Goan temperament, the penchant for revelry and celebration. The colorful floats designed in a variety of themes, carrying forward the tradition and symbolizing the melange in Goa's cultural pedigree.
Ulo China, aning tuka au sang China, kasarui au sang China, tuka aning meo China.
Carnival time in Goa is fun time, with no inhibitions, music and dance, and a great sense of celebration.
It is but natural that such an exciting tourist destination will also offer the visitor a variety of accommodations. From the functional bed and board to the more lavish luxury resorts, some of which, with their picturesque locale amidst lagoons and beaches, offers the traveller comfort, courtesy and unmatched elegance. And a wide selection to choose from. The range of accommodation here in Goa fits all budgets and preferences.
As a finale to your Goan holiday, there is the taste of the incredible cuisine which Goa offers. A variety of seafood preparations, including mouth-watering, authentic local dishes. A taste for every palate. And within the picture postcard frame of its breathtaking beauty, for this moment, you will have to agree that Goa is truly the traveler's paradise.
Goa is well connected by roads and national highways with the rest of India. Taxis and buses are easily available and the drive from Bombay is an overnight one.
Indian Airlines connect Goa with almost all the major cities of India.
The railhead in Goa is at Vasco da Gama and the other main railway station is at Margao. Trains from here connect you to nearly every major city in the country.
There is an overnight ferry which connects Panaji in Goa with Bombay.
The 6th International Mango Festival of India was organized by the Delhi Tourism and held in the Talkatore Stadium, New Delhi. It was a connoisseur's delight and a gourmet's fantasy. For 3 days of the festival, the stadium was overtaken by a mixture of fragrances from over 500 varieties of mangoes on display. Mangoes with exotic names, delicious flavors and luscious taste. As the world's largest producer of mangoes, India grows over 16 million tons annually, which accounts for almost 2/3 of the world turnover. Grown on an area of 25 million hectares spread over 12 states of the nation, the mango has become a major revenue-earning food product for the country. For the multitudes who thronged the arena of the festival, it was an opportunity not only to glimpse the incredible variety displayed, but also taste and buy them for consumption. As an added attraction, mango byproducts such as jellies and pickles were also on sale. Kalpavriksha, or the tree that grants your wish, is how the ancient Hindu texts described the mango tree. Alexander the Great, when he invaded India over 2,000 years ago, became so enamored with this fruit, he remained addicted to it during his lifetime. So probably will the thousands who were there in the festival, savoring the incredible, unique taste of this, the king of all fruits.
on the banks of the river Hooghly and found it an ideal location to expand the trade and commerce for his English masters. Since that overcast day in 1691, the city which Jog Charnock founded has grown into one of the most exciting metropolises in India.
Sometimes exasperating, at times frustrating, but always dynamic and imbued with a dense cultural legacy. Calcutta today is the fourth largest city in the world in terms of population, and a daily stream of immigrants add to the growing number of its domiciles. Immigrants who come in through the Howrah Bridge, Calcutta's great symbol of arrivals and departures.
This massive structure of steel straddles across the river Hooghly. Built with 26,000 tons of steel, it needs 24,000 liters of paint and has been held together by 3.5 million rivets. The Howrah Bridge is the world's third longest cantilevered bridge.
Under this famous landmark, a subculture flourishes, with flower sellers and religious rituals.
But Calcutta's majesty is also seen in the relics of the British Raj, evident in the architecture of the surviving buildings. And no one building captures this more eloquently than the grand Victoria Memorial, an awe-inspiring structure which today houses some of the great paintings, etchings and artifacts from that era.
If the Victoria Memorial symbolizes the legacy of the Raj, some of the famous palaces of Calcutta, built by the zamindars, captures the opulence of the city. A city whose characteristics have been inherited and woven from these endowments.
In the ultimate analysis, Calcutta's splendor is its cultural heritage. The great tradition of Rabindranath Tagore, Nobel Prize-winning poet and dramatist, whose ancestral home is today a university, where young students are taught fine arts and Rabindra Sangeet. A tradition which over the years has spawned in Calcutta a lifestyle so intertwined with cultural activity that Calcutta brims with movement.
And for the visitor, the traditional Bengali theatre symbolizes this richness. A theatre whose works include translations of some of the world's greatest playwrights. A theatre in which some of Calcutta's leading film stars find time to participate in.
This cultural tradition of Bengal finds an inevitable reflection in the films made by Bengal's late maestro Satyajit Ray.
Okay.
The gentle and nuanced study of this great genius captures the spirit of Calcutta in a
It is almost natural that a city with the contradictions Calcutta has is the city Mother Teresa, the Nobel Prize-winning nun whose work symbolizes deep compassion and humanity, has chosen as her very own.
Calcutta is also the city of P.C. Sarkar Jr., the world-famous magician, whose boyish and disarming charm contributes as much to his success as his great talent for magic. A talent which over the years he has honed so brilliantly that he even manages to put up a live act where, in front of his spectators, the Victoria Memorial is made to disappear and then appear once again.
But images of Calcutta would be incomplete without the passion of the population for sporting activities, in particular cricket and soccer.
Calcutta's highly evolved aesthetic and cultural sense makes it one of the most exciting cities in the country. It is during Durga Puja, the celebration of the homecoming of the goddess Durga, that the spirit of Calcutta surfaces once again.
And the festival is celebrated all over Bengal, but particularly in Calcutta with pomp, pageantry and religious fervour. A festival which lasts 10 days.
Numerous trains connect Calcutta with all Indian cities and towns. Calcutta is connected with all the major cities of India by air and has an international airport. The house-caste village, a chic creek of luxury right in the midst of Delhi's urban affluence, is an anomaly of sorts. Yet, over a period of a couple of years, the house-caste village has flourished into one of the best collections of ethnic bric-a-brac in the city. This quaint shopping plaza is laid out around and inside mud houses of the erstwhile village. The ambience is authentic rural India, but the shops offer designer labels and exclusive jewelry and handicrafts. Today, this shopping arcade plays host to many of the avant-garde fashion designers of the country. Showcased in the boutiques of this market are the collections of the season from their drawing boards. In specialized shops here, designer linen and bath products find elegant settings in the showrooms. The quiche, the art deco, the elegantly understated, you can buy them all here. And the ramparts of the old historical fort forms a stylish backdrop to these stores. There are restaurants for all palates and tastes. The eclectic spread of cuisines is the high point of the house-caste village visit. As you sit in the fading evening light, the sunset suffuses the rooftop restaurant in a lambent glow, and with local music embellishing the environment, the setting is evocative.
A stone's throw from Delhi's diplomatic enclave is the more sophisticated stone and glass clone of the house-caste village, Santushti. The shopping arcade here has been set up by the Air Force Wives Welfare Association. But the noble cause is not the only reason this newest shopping mall in Delhi is being patronized. There is motivation for the shopper, for the stores here stock prime fabrics from India's fabled textile range. The plethora of market exotica include designer rugs and carpets, jewelry and intricately woven handmade lace, as well as studio pottery, all appealing to the international jet setter. Exotic plants and hothouse flowers exist happily here in splendid isolation. To complete the setting for the gourmet, there is even a stylish and chic eatery.
On 14th August 1993, Air India's first Boeing 747-400 arrived in Delhi. Inducted into the stable of the Air India fleet with fanfare and ceremonial pomp, it heralded the dawning of a new era of technological sophistication and a quantum leap for Air India, which had begun a massive modernization drive with the acquisition of these state-of-the-art airplanes. The first aircraft has been christened Konarak, after the temple dedicated to the sun god Surya, and the structure of the temple represents the 24-wheeled chariot of the sun god, drawn by 7 richly caparisoned horses, winging undaunted across the horizon of the world. The Boeing 747-400 is the world's most modern and fuel-efficient aircraft in commercial operation. The aircraft provides several new in-flight features. Skyphone facilities will enable passengers to make business as well as personal calls to anywhere in the world. In-flight entertainment systems have been upgraded, and the travelers have an option of choosing whatever they wish to watch, with a choice of 6 viewing channels in the first-class cabin and provisions of personalized TV monitors. The flight deck of the 747-400 has digital avionics, advanced computers which check and recheck the aircraft operations in flight. The interiors of the new plane have been adapted from 17th century calico textile prints of Masulipatnam in Andhra Pradesh in South India. The side panels, galley partitions and upholstery all reflect the same kalamkari designs from traditional Indian motifs. Exquisite decor, special cuisine and exclusive in-flight entertainment on board will go a long way in making air travel in this new aircraft a wonderful experience. And the induction of this plane is reaffirmation of Air India's long-standing commitment to staying in the forefront of the international aviation scene. He is the elephant-headed god from the Hindu pantheon of deities, invoking whose name the Hindu believes removes all obstacles to the start of any new endeavor, and praying to whom is a sure sign of an auspicious beginning. Ganesh, the pot-bellied child of the god Shiva and his consort Parvati, is the favorite of the Hindus. His benign contours and friendly demeanor ensure his presence in every household in the country.
But nowhere is this elephant god revered more than in Maharashtra in western India. During the 10 days of the Ganesh festival, the state finds itself in a hysterical but joyous mood. And the Ganesh festival becomes the focal point around which revolves cultural activities and community rituals.
The god is first shaped into being by the molds of artisans who mix clay and mud and then, curve by curve, create the image of the deity in their vision. This is followed by the consecration of the statue in the various neighborhoods, where, amidst decorative lighting and elaborate sets, the puja commences. Around these puja mandaps spring improvised bazaars, selling everything from gulals, which are colored powders, to eateries, spontaneous fast food stalls.
Here in Pune, a city 6 hours from Bombay, the celebration of Ganapati has been made into a formal event. For these 10 days, Pune has its own festival. No doubt the tribute to the elephant god is the central focus of this festival, but around it is structured a pageant and series of cultural and sports events that capture India's culture and gives the visitor a glimpse of what India has to offer.
So it is that we see some of the greatest names from the Indian music tradition performing here, and some of the brightest stars from India's classical dance firmament dancing in the Pune festival.
But what gives this festival its soul are the series of rural events, including the bullock cart race. Here, in the backdrop of a traditional Maharashtra village, you get to cheer and root for your favorite bullock team. the frenzy so palpable it is impossible not to get involved.
For the more sophisticated, there is an outing to the nearby lake, where, amidst a spectacular mountain terrain, a water sports fiesta is held, from sailing across the placid waters of this lake to windsurfing, and finally water skiing.
But the evening belongs to Lord Ganesh. And in this temple, Bagu-shaped Halwai, one of the richest endowments in India, we watch the 100th year of this puja.
But it is on the last day of the Ganesh festival that the spirit of Ganesh really comes alive, as the god is ceremonially taken for ritual immersion. The mood is of frenzy, amidst chants of the shlokas invoking Ganesh and pleading with him to return next year, and the sprinkling of the air and faces with colored powder, amidst throngs of devotees accompanying the huge Ganesh statues, the procession moves to the beaches and rivers.
Then, with deafening roars from the disciples, the pot-bellied elephant god is immersed into the water. And one more cycle of India's religious rhythm comes full circle.